Danae London with the Acadian Garden and Apothecary, and this video is all about 5 different ways to reuse and regift your old spice jars. So it's the end of October, which means all of our favorite family holidays are right around the corner. Whether you celebrate El Día de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, which is the 1st of November, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's Eve, there's just so many holidays coming up where we're spending time with family and friends. This is my husband's favorite time of year to make lots of goodies, and my favorite time of year to make just savory, flavorful dinners for my family. So whether you're making a spiced apple cider with cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, or maybe you're making a delicious turkey dinner with sage, rosemary, and garlic, chances are you're probably dwindling through your herbs and spices and are left with lots of empty containers. So hold on to those empty spice jars, because there are so many ways that you can reuse them to create customized holiday gifts for your favorite friends and family. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content that's all about gardening, herbal remedies, natural craftsmanship, and sustainable living. Alright, so use number 1 to reuse or regift your old herb and spice jars is going to be probably the most obvious one, which is to just refill them with herbs and spices. So that doesn't have to be necessarily what was in it before. So maybe you went through a jar of pepper or curry or some kind of foreign herb or spice that you just can't grow locally. Well, you can take that jar and repurpose it with local herbs and spices that you're able to either grow in your own home or source at some type of natural living center or organic food market that's close to you. So I have taken some old jars and filled them with rosemary. This rosemary comes straight from my garden, and while I don't have a lot of it, I am using these jars to collect it, and anytime that we're making something like a stuffed turkey or a roast chicken, I like to add a little bit of rosemary to that, and it's just great to have these jars on hand. So right now I'm just using a brown tape to make the label. Of course, if you want to customize these gifts and make them a little bit more gift ready for other folks, you can buy labels online and just really make it something that's beautiful. Now, if you're into herbal medicine, idea number 2 is going to be perfect for you. So I like to use these brown bottles to store my tinctures, and this one has just a regular top to it, but it can also be replaced with an eyedropper top. And what I like to do with my spice jars is actually use them to hold the refills for these bottles. So these bottles are a bit pricey and I don't buy them very often. I often find that I've made more tincture than I have bottles to store it in. So what's great about a spice jar, especially these glass ones here that are about this size, is they hold the exact same amount of liquid, or about the exact same amount of liquid as these brown bottles do. So I like to use my old spice jars sometimes to hold the refills for my tinctures. So you can see here, and my label is a little wet because I've actually already used this bottle to pour, but you can see that I've labeled what's in the tincture, and then of course when I'm ready to refill my tincture bottle, I just use this and it just pours excellently. Gift idea number 3. So I call this a garden in a bottle. This is all about using some of the seeds that you've saved to make a customized garden for a friend or family member. So this gift idea is very simple. You take any of the seeds that you've saved over the year, or you can go to a store and buy packages of seeds, and you're creating a customized seed package for a loved one to plant next year. So if you know somebody in your family who's interested in gardening, this is a great gift idea. So this here is my 3 Sisters garden in a bottle. If you want to learn more about the 3 Sisters method of gardening, please feel free to check out my video. I recently did a trial run of a 3 Sisters garden for a northern climate, and you can learn all about the 3 Sisters and how well it worked growing it here in Maine in my video, so feel free to check it out. This garden is organized according to what you plant first. Plant your corn first, and I've added in here a sugar magnolia pea, some beans, and at the very bottom you have your winter squash. So it's already organized based on what you plant first, making your way down to the vegetable that's planted last. Now you don't have to do a Three Sisters garden in a bottle. You can do whatever seeds you know your loved one enjoys. So maybe you want to go to the store and buy a big package of wildflower seeds and just stick those in the bottle. That works as well, and in that case you can also use this little feature here if your seeds are small enough so that they have an easy way to shake out the seeds and add them to their garden wherever they wish. All right, gift number 4. So gift number 4 is a custom scented candle, and I've used a round bottle for this instead of the more square bottles. And basically what you do is you heat up some beeswax. You can use a piece of cotton string that's soaked in beeswax to make your wick. And then all you're doing is adding a few decorative elements to your candle. For this one, I added rose petals, and then you just add your favorite scents or whatever scents you know that family member really enjoys. You're going to add those in the form of an essential oil. So this is one that I made, and this is my first scented candle that I've ever made. And this is a vanilla and rose scent. And I will say it just smells so good. And these candles can be used as prayer candles. You can put them in your bathroom as a little potpourri or a potpourri candle, or they can just be there for ambiance or decorative purposes in somebody's home. So scented candles are another great way to use any of your glass jars. You don't want to use plastic spice jars for this purpose. All right, so we are on gift number 5. So gift number 5 is decorative custom tea samples. So what I've done here is taken some of the ingredients in my favorite tea blends and organized them so that they have a really nice presentation inside the bottle. So what I have here is a little bit of oat straw, black tea. This looks like raspberry leaf, probably mixed in with mint because I love to use mint in pretty much everything. Some rose petals, and then it just starts all over again going up to the top. And I just love the way that this looks in these glass bottles. And of course you can pour out all of these ingredients and make an absolutely delicious tea. So this one is a Mense tea that is perfect for women who are menstruating or beginning to menstruate. It has black tea in it, which serves as a diuretic to help reduce bloating caused by water retention, as well as raspberry leaf, which is also great for treating bloating and cramps, uterine cramps specifically. And I just like the rose petals. It imparts a really beautiful color to the tea, a very nice amber color. The oat straw is there as a nervine agent, and of course the mint is there for flavor. This tea here is a mixture of calendula, lemon basil, mint, and star anise. And this is actually a blend that I've shared on a previous video that's all about mint. You can make this tea super easy. If you want to see the recipe for that, go ahead and check out my all about mint video. And I just thought the calendula petals look so beautiful in this jar that I decided to make a blend of this as well as a gift. And of course, at the very top of my jars, I've also added the Acadian Garden and Apothecary logo so that people know about my products and my brand, and just adding a little personal touch to all of the gifts that I give. All right, so that's 5 different ways that you can use your old herb and spice jars. Holidays are just around the corner, and if you're looking for a cheap and easy way to give a gift that is also sustainable and healthy for the people you're giving it to, this is a great way to do it. I love the idea of gifts that are good for the soul, good for the body, and also give back to the earth as well. So this has been 5 ways that you can reuse and regift your old spice jars. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit the like button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.